If you've been watching the channel for a while, you know that for the past couple years I've fallen way down the suppressor hole. It took me a while to get into the NFA game, but Obama and 41F were enough to make me make the jump. Probably the greatest thing he ever did. One of the things that always kept me out was this is somewhat of an elite group, and the price of admission is kind of high. The average price of a suppressor is around the $800 range. Then you have to pay a $200 tax stamp, and then you have to wait a very long time to even get to play with your new toy. Well, Black Aces Tactical has something that can help a great deal with at least one of those hurdles. They are now offering their PoBoy line of suppressors for about $200, roughly the same price as the tax stamp. They offer a 556 suppressor that has half by 28 threads, a 762 suppressor that has 5/8 by 24 threads, an AK-specific suppressor that has 15 by 1 metric left-hand threads, each designed to work with the majority of rifles chambered in their designated caliber and thread pattern. Black Aces has cut out all the fat, all the bling, everything is pretty much as bare bones as it can be, only giving you what is needed to have a suppressor that works. The packaging is simple, but if you want to pay for better packaging, there are plenty of companies that offer that. The PoBoys are constructed out of chromoly steel and they are on the heavy side. Want a lighter suppressor made of more exotic metals? There are companies that offer that too. The PoBoys are direct thread only. If you want a suppressor with all kinds of cool mounts and different mounting options, there are companies that make those too. Now those are all my personal suppressors and they all work great, but sometimes you just want something simple and affordable that still works extremely well. What Black Aces has done is eliminate all the things that make suppressors expensive so that more people can enjoy the thrill of suppressed shooting. Everyone keeps asking me if they actually work, and yes, PoBoys actually work phenomenally well. Here's a little test we did. We shot the PoBoy 56 against a dedicated 5.56 can made by a more premium brand. Then we also compared it to a multi-caliber can made by another one of those more premium suppressor companies. Now I know the microphone will flatten the audio out a little bit, but hopefully you get the idea that it's pretty close. I will say that there's no way that the premium cans are 4 times better than the PoBoy, but yet they do cost 4 times as much. Here's the basic specs. The 30 caliber can is 8.5 inches long, 1.5 inches wide, and weighs in at just over 29 ounces on my scale. The PoBoy 56 is 8 inches long, 1.5 inches wide, and weighs in at 27 ounces on my scale. They have a 4130 chromoly steel exterior wall, 3/16 stainless steel interior, a high heat Cerakote finish that is supposed to be good up to 2000 degrees, and are rated for full auto fire. The PoBoys are built like an absolute tank. I really don't see the average shooter ever being able to do anything to hurt these no matter what you do to them. Naturally, the 7.62 caliber will work on 308, 300 blackout, 7.62 by 39, or just about anything that's 30 caliber with 5/8 by 24 threads. We tried it on several firearms from an M+M M10X to a Daniel Defense 300 blackout, among others, and it worked very well on all the rifles we tested. I will say that at least on a 16-inch 308, it sounds like it's right on the verge and maybe just slightly above hearing safe, but if you had a hunting rifle or something else with a longer barrel, it would probably bring that to a more comfortable level. While both cans are great, I personally like the 5.56 best. It performs amazingly well on 5.56, and since it is serviceable, it can also be used as a .22 long rifle suppressor. You would just have to clean it after shooting some .22 through it, which is no problem because all models of the PoBoy are completely serviceable and can be taken down with a standard AR-15 wrench. This adds a ton of value to the user in my opinion because .22 suppresses so well and is so much fun to shoot suppressed. We also used the PoBoy 5.56 on the new CMMG Banshee in 5.7 and it worked extremely well for that. Everything we tested with the PoBoy 56 was extremely pleasant to the ear, from 5.56 to 5.7, the .22, and even 5.56 out of a 10-inch barrel all sounded great. Naturally, when you hear about something this affordable, you get a lot of questions. First off, does it work as well as an $800 or $1,000 suppressor? Not quite, but it's probably a lot closer than you think. And I will also say that those $800 or $1,000 suppressors do not perform 4 or 5 times better than the PoBoy, and the PoBoy performs exceptionally well. Who exactly do I see the PoBoy working for? Well, a whole lot of people. Most importantly, I see the PoBoy as a phenomenal option for those people that are on the fence about getting into the suppressor market and don't want to drop $1,000 to see if they really like shooting suppressed. The PoBoy gives them an option without breaking the bank. Maybe you have one suppressor and you'd like another so you don't have to swap them between 2 or more rifles all the time. This gives you an affordable way to suppress more of your firearms collection. For the guy who likes to go shooting with his buddy, and he has a suppressor but his buddy doesn't, you could actually buy the PoBoy just as a spare to keep the firing line nice and quiet. It's a cheap suppressor that actually works well. If you have a safe full of $1,000 suppressors, then the PoBoy may not be your cup of tea. But for the rest of us, the PoBoy is a great first suppressor to start the addiction, as an affordable spare, or just a backup. The PoBoy is a great offering from Black Aces Tactical, and more than anything, I think it's a great way to get more people shooting suppressed and spreading the sickness. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. We have some really big reviews in the works that you won't want to miss. If you like what we do here on Alabama Arsenal, you might want to consider supporting us on Patreon. Every little bit helps. Be sure to check us out on other social media like Facebook and Instagram to see what reviews are currently in the works. And once again, guys, thank you so much for watching.